speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Welcome to today's video. As you guys already know, I love Telltale's The Wolf Among Us, and I have grown to love the game more as the years go by. I've always loved the concept of our childhood tales that involved princess, princesses, happily ever afters, being set or thrown in real-world situations. And this dark and gritty detective style that Telltale adapts is awesome and one that is unique. It keeps me, and I would assume you, wanting more. Well, one thing that's always caught my eye are those fables that I don't really know that much about. Because of course, most of us know the Magic Mirror or Snow White and definitely the Big Bad Wolf. But on a personal level, I didn't know who Georgie was or even who the Crooked Man was. So with today's video, I'd like to dive just a little deeper into the world of Fables that takes place in the video game adaptation, and not the comic book series written by Bill Willingham. And the purpose for this is to try and learn a little bit more about some of these characters and their beginnings. So today we will be taking a look at the evil behind Fabletown, the Crooked Man. The Crooked Man appears to be an English nursery rhyme that gained popularity in the 20th century. According to sources, it was first recorded in print in 1842 by known collector of fairy tales James Halliwell Phillips. It is also believed by many that the original rhyme of the Crooked Man originated in a small village named Lavenham, which is located in England. This particular town or village is known for having homes that lean in irregular angles, and one particular home there is called the Crooked House, which some also believe was one of the main inspirations behind the Crooked Man. And the original rhyme of the Crooked Man reads as follows. There was a crooked man and he went a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat which caught a crooked mouse. And they all lived together in a little crooked house. And that is the original rhyme that was recorded in 1842. And that really does explain a lot. And you can see the inspirations that Telltale took from this rhyme, especially in the title of some of their episodes. And you can see the rhyme play out in the Crooked Man's office when we meet him in the final episode. So those are good and cool little callbacks if you pay attention. Now, the Crooked Man seemed like a pretty chill fable, especially in his nursery rhyme. It doesn't really explain why he would turn into a murderous crime lord. However, we get a peek into his history after the rhyme ended and what he did after he was exiled from his homelands. We get this via the Book of Fables found in The Wolf Among Us. There's an entry for the Crooked Man that reads, "The Crooked Man has slowly built himself into one of the most powerful figures in Fabletown. His operation started with a crooked sixpence and a crooked house, two things he cared about more than his wife or children, whom he killed rather than let them stand in his way. The Crooked Man has ensnared many fables in his criminal web, providing them with what they need, but always at a high cost. He is cunning, persuasive, and ruthless." Like I mentioned in our intro, I really didn't know anything at all regarding the original tale of the Crooked Man. I always wondered why he looked the way that he did, or if he possessed any special abilities. It seems like he does not. However, he is extremely intelligent and cunning. He is also the very first major threat that Bigby Wolf ever faced as sheriff of Fabletown. In the end, we are able to stop the Crooked Man and seize the control that he once held over a majority of the fables that stayed in Fabletown. And he meets his end as he is thrown down the witching well by the sheriff Bigby. Thank you guys for joining me in this video looking at a brief history for the Crooked Man in Telltale's The Wolf Among Us. I will be keeping you guys up to date with news surrounding the sequel and potentially giving you more videos surrounding the history of some of the characters in the game, as I feel there's a big void in the world of The Wolf Among Us, especially here on YouTube. I think this just may be due to the time in which the game was released and maybe the popularity of Telltale games not being as big or attention drawing as other gaming studios. So please let me know if you would want more The Wolf Among Us content, so I can continue to bring more of it. And please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you tomorrow.